Hey guys, welcome to today's masterclass, which is about the hidden fees of home ownership, renting, and just all that stuff in between. No one talks about purchasing a home and the hidden fees after. I'm super excited to be here with you guys. If you don't know, my name is Kiara Martin. I go by credit with Kiara, and I've been in personal finance for 15 years, and I've had a credit repair company and been a credit coach for a very long time, 10 years, okay? So I have experience with this. I have helped people, thousands of people get into homes. And here are some of the things that my clients just really didn't know and I didn't know before I went ahead and purchased my own home. So hidden fees of homeownership. Number one, insurance rates. Nobody talks about insurance rates. Not a soul talks about insurance rates, friend. We notice now that we have purchased homes that our mortgages go up, even on a fixed mortgage. Your payment is supposed to stay the same, but that's your principal payment, friend. Your principal stays the same. So if your principal payment is $2,200 and then you have taxes and insurance and all that added to it, that becomes your full payment, right? However, the insurance and taxes can go up, which then in return makes your mortgage go up. So the principal, right? The principal of the mortgage stays the same. It doesn't go up. However, if your local taxes decide they want to go up, then that ties into your mortgage and the insurance, right? So my insurance went from like $1,500 a year to $2,500 a year. The rates just went up. It's not due to anything other than the rates just went up. What if you work a 9-to-5 like most people do and you cannot afford an extra $200 because your personal insurance went up an extra $200, the groceries went up an extra $200, food is high, gas bills, electric bills, everything's high right now. Everything's high. And then you tell me you're going to go up on my insurance premium as well. That's nasty work, okay? But that is one of the things that most new homeowners don't know, or future homeowners who are thinking about purchasing do not understand. So is that me telling you to not to purchase? No, I think you should still purchase. I'm a homeowner and I love being a homeowner. However, I'm telling you guys what to expect, things that most people don't talk about, so that when you go into buying a home, you will have some money saved, right? You will have funds available, okay? Saved for these rainy days, because you need to put that aside because you never know. Especially if you purchase a new build, okay? The property tax on your newly built home are only going to be assessed from the value of the land, which is extremely cheaper than when they put the house on the land. And then now you notice a significant amount of insurance and property taxes going up because they're now having to secure the entire property. Okay, that's another thing that I didn't know. I built my house from the ground up, and then that first year the taxes were like, oh, that's it, okay. But then the next year I was like, wait a minute, whoa, this what? How much? So that is something else you have to take into consideration when being a homeowner, building a new home or purchasing a home that's already been built for a few years. Again, even with a fixed mortgage rate, you can have your rate go up. Okay. Things like natural disasters and crime rates change the insurance markets, right? That's what drives the premium up. So as you know, we've been having a lot of natural disasters going on, which is why a lot of the homeowners in Texas are losing their insurance. Okay. They're not insuring homes in Florida right now. Insurance companies are taking a step back because of all of the natural disasters going on. We just had the hurricane that hit the Gulf of Mexico, including Houston. So they could decide, you know what? Too much been going on in Houston or in Texas in general. We're no longer going to provide insurance for Texas homeowners. Y'all, that's the thing. So you have to be prepared for that. If you're planning on becoming a homeowner, or if you're already a homeowner, that your rates can go up hundreds to thousands of dollars year to year with the insurance rates, right? So, because that's going to make your mortgage go up, unfortunately. Okay. So that is number one. One of the hidden fees of homeownership is insurance rates, because they don't stay the same. And people normally are, you know, I have a fixed rate, my mortgage is going to be this much. And that's how most people do their budget, based on the mortgage price that they get when they close on their home. But most people are not told that that is going to change as the premiums change. So that was something I didn't know. So that's something I'm teaching you guys. And I hope that's very helpful. Okay. Also, credit score also impacts insurance rates, friend. So y'all want to make sure that your credit is as high as possible, because when your credit is not high, friends, what happens is your insurance rates are more expensive. You do not want to pay more. Like, you're literally having to pay more in your mortgage because the insurance rates are based on your personal credit and the crime in the area and natural disasters. So we can't control the natural disasters, and we can't control the crime, but we can control our credit score. Okay, you can control your credit score. All we can do is focus on what we can control when it comes to home ownership. Okay, so again, we're talking about hidden fees of home ownership. So far, we talked about insurance rates and how even with the fixed income, that these fees can go up. And the amount that you close on for a mortgage, you're like, oh, I closed my mortgage, gonna be $2,300. That can change when insurance premiums go up. Okay, and it also changes based on personal credit scores. So we want to make sure that the personal credit is as good as possible, because we cannot change natural disasters or crime, but we can control credit. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the next thing, which is a hidden fee in home ownership that most people don't talk about. I didn't hear it before I purchased a home, and maybe you haven't either, but I'm here to express the importance of these things so you know what to do and make a great decision when it comes to purchasing your next home. Okay, property taxes, y'all. Property taxes can go up. Okay, property taxes can increase due to rising property values, which is a good thing. Your property value rising is really good. Changes in your local tax can cause it to go up as well. So again, even if your mortgage rate is fixed, higher property taxes can raise your monthly escrow payment. Okay, and the escrow is going to be your insurance and your property taxes and your PMI. Okay, personal mortgage insurance, if you have to have that on your house. Those things can go up. Okay, and when they go up, that means the mortgage goes up. And if you are not prepared for that, it can literally be a deciding factor between you keeping your house and you having to let it go or sell. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm trying to teach you guys up front so you will know exactly what to expect when purchasing your next home. Okay, so I recommend setting aside potential tax increases in a fund. I talked to y'all yesterday about emergency funds and why they were very important. So a part of the emergency fund should be a little money put to the side for potential tax increases. Now, with my mortgage company, they do that for me, and a lot of companies do. So if you don't know if you have a mortgage and you don't know if your mortgage company do that, reach out to them and ask them for the balance of your escrow account, because I did, and I had like $20,000 in my escrow account, y'all, because every year they were raising the mortgage to be able to keep up with the fluctuation of taxes and insurance. Okay, and I had a balance and they cut the check. Okay, so you may have some money in your mortgage escrow account that they will cut the check for, that they owe you. Most times they send a check every April. So if you have an overage in your escrow, check your mailbox around April and you should receive a overage check back from the escrow of your mortgage company, and your servicer is going to be the one to send you that. Okay, perfect. All right, so we talked about insurance rates or hidden fees of home ownership. And again, I'm not discouraging anyone to purchase a home. I'm a homeowner. I just want you guys to know exactly what to expect when being a homeowner. Okay, so insurance rates go up and cause the premium to go up. So does property taxes, because both of those things change. And they are based off credit. They're based off natural disasters. They're based off crime rates. They're based off of the value of the homes in your area, local tax. You know, different things will drive the force behind those particular fees. And you want to be in the know when it comes to that. And you will get, most of the time, the increases come in the middle of the year. So about right now. And you'll see that increase around the middle of the year. But you get notifications about it April, May-ish. Okay, so that's when you'll get information from your loan servicer about exactly whoever holds the note for your mortgage, if your rate is going to go up or stay the same. And sometimes you can buy it down. So maybe you don't want your mortgage to go up, but you want to pay the difference between the insurance, the price, and what you're paying. You can do that, but you gotta have the money. So that's why the emergency fund is very important when owning a home. So you'll be able to make the decision: do you want it to just raise $100 a month or $200 a month or however much a month, or would you rather just pay the lump sum and keep your mortgage the same? That is an option as well. Okay, Perfect. So next, maintenance and repairs. Even on a new home, there still will be maintenance and repairs that you may have to do with your home. So fit that into your budget. Understand that you may have to pay other things. Maybe you want to put a pool in. Maybe you want to put a basketball court in like we did, or maybe you want to put in a playground. We did that too. Those were extra expenses, but they added equity and value to our home. Maybe you want to do that. That's great. I think you should, right? Maybe you want to put some Bermuda sod down, right? Or you want to get your grass together, or you want to get something in the backyard, a jacuzzi, a pool, whatever, right? You want to make sure that you have the money for any type of maintenance and repairs, because remember, this is your home. So you can't, you got to give your home your everything, because this is going to be a place that you live, and you want to keep it up so that if you do decide that is no longer serving you, that you can sell the property and make a really good return on your investment. Okay. Because a house is an asset. Use it as such. It's good for the property value to go up, because if the property is worth more than what you bought it for, then that's an excellent property, and you'll be able to pull the difference. Use it if someone gets sick, they get laid off or anything like that. You can pull the equity out of the home. So make sure you have money to maintenance your property, because it is yours. Okay. And you do want to keep it up. And then any repairs that you may need, things do happen unexpectedly when you're a homeowner. So I do want you to just have money aside just in case something happens. Like our septic tank went haywire, right? It was $5,000 to get fixed. Well, we had to have money there for that. So make sure that you have some money put up aside if you are considering or already a homeowner. Okay. The last hidden fee of homeownership that no one talks about is HOA fees. I see a lot of people talking about HOAs and the horrors of HOAs. Yes. But I don't see anybody talking about HOA fees in general. I mean, HOAs are a nightmare, period. But no one talks about HOAs and the fees, right? Many communities do have HOAs. I don't live in an HOA community. That was something that was a deal breaker for me. It may be a deal breaker for you too. So this is a tip. If you are planning on purchasing a home, ask the questions. Is there a homeowner association? Because you're paying somebody to tell you what to do. And that just don't sit right with me. If I'm going to buy a property, why am I going to be told what to do by a committee of people who live in the community? What if they got a problem? Like, what if they don't like me? Like, I'm not about to buy a home somewhere with people with bad energy. Like, I just get the worst vibes from HOAs. Like, it's just not my thing, but it may be yours, but I think you should look into it. What are the fees? Do they increase annually? What happens if you don't pay them? Because sometimes when you don't pay HOA fees, they try to take your home. That's why I'm not interested in them, because they'll fine you, right? So you already have the mortgage going up and the insurance and everything. And then now the HOA, not only do you have to pay them monthly or yearly, but then if you don't pay them or you do something they don't like, they can take your property, right? Your grass is too high. They don't want your mailbox right there. They don't like the pool you put in. Like, no, ain't nobody gonna dictate what I do on my property. So for me, a HOA was a no. But again, some HOAs are good, and some properties and homeowners prefer HOAs. I'm just not one of them girls.